Hi, Diane Davidson here from the Fine Homes Group at Keller Williams. I'm here with Nicole Quinn, stand-in for understudy for Bill Weidecker, right?
I like that word better, yeah.
Anyway, how are you today?
I'm great, how are you?
Good. So today we thought we'd have a little casual discussion of anecdotally where we see the market.
Yes.
Every headline, just like other news, every headline I read sounds like it's gonna we can draw some sort of conclusion about the market, and I finish reading the article, I'm kind of sort of thinking, wait, what'd they say? So we're always, our team is, I would say, very, very adept at understanding the market of the moment for sellers and for buyers, and I think it pays off in everything that we do with marketing, negotiating, everything.
Agreed.
So, pat on the back. I'm just very proud of our team. Anyway, so where's the market? Go ahead. Where is it?
I have about as much information as those articles. I think, like you said, the what we're seeing is really anecdotal. But if I'm not mistaken, we just pulled up some really interesting numbers from right here in Bedford that we should probably talk about.
Then we will.
Yeah.
What it's feeling like there are many more price reductions, and we kind of see that on the daily numbers statewide, right, or the weekly numbers statewide. We see more things coming back on the market. And I think that there are different reasons for that, so remind me to talk about that later. But specifically, I just thought, I've kind of noticed price reductions. So I looked in Bedford as an example. There are 28 properties on the market, 7 of them had price reductions. So the math was very easy for me. 25% have been reduced, right?
Which is
it's
huge percentage. Yeah.
Huge. So that, to me, that says, and yet, there are many properties that still go under contract in a matter of days.
Right.
So it's the ambitious versus the not ambitious, right? The realistic. Yes. So I think that's really, really interesting. We actually just heard about one that was on the market, lowered their price, and then got substantially over their original asking price.
Yes.
So the moral of that story is that you still can't price too low,
right? And
the market will drive something up. So that's good news for sellers, and I think that they need to just sort of listen to their real estate professional. For buyers, there's also been some great news, and you had a buyer with an FHA loan, right?
I did, yeah.
And first of all, you got their offer accepted, so that was something that might not have happened many months ago.
Yeah.
And then there was a little bit of an issue with some zoning and an in-law and so forth, and the seller worked through that with the buyer, right?
Yeah. It's been mostly resolved now. We should have the final appraisal in the next couple of days. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. So the point is, I think that people are becoming a little more realistic and understanding the market conditions.
Yes.
For buyers, the good news has been, as an example, your transaction as an example. So for buyers, people, FHA buyers, VA buyers, and it's about time with VA buyers that people are looking at their offers and out of gratitude.
Of course.
Selling their homes,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
That's why we're all here. Anyway, or home sale contingencies, where a buyer has to sell a home in order to buy the home they're making the offer on. We're seeing more of those get accepted.
Right.
More and more people not waiving inspections, and waiving inspections is nothing that we've ever recommended across the board.
Right.
So it seems like it's a little more buyer friendly as far as terms. And people are feeling like they have some more options.
Yeah, anecdotally, I think that that's what I've seen, just with my own buyers, and from other agents, I've heard that to be true as well.
Right. Well, we're on that every morning at 8:30. The morning mindset, and we always start that out with talking about something good. Yeah. And often it's a personal story, and sometimes it's a professional story. Yep. And we're hearing the excitement in the agents' voices when they say, my buyer got an offer accepted. It was their 12th offer, and they got it for under the asking price, and an FHA buyer, whatever. So we're just hearing more and more sort of back to business as was usual, not business as it's been in the last few years.
Right. Which is very exciting.
Yeah. Open houses, still very busy if a property is priced correctly and presented well. We had and showings, again, a lot of showings if the property is presented well. Strategically pricing is important, preparing a property is important. We're very consistent with that.
Yes.
What else?
I would think that now more than ever, all of those things are regaining even more importance. They had importance the whole time, but pricing it properly and preparing it properly now that the market is shifting is going to be more important than ever, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting because with when COVID hit and our our business was changed a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Our methodology for showing properties and so forth. So a lot of agents were frantically looking for 3D Matterport tours and all sorts of things. And then as it got a little bit easier, I feel like there are agents who they did their sellers a disservice by not staying consistent and not keeping the standard up. Which we're proud to say we've always believed in pulling out all the stops and really doing the best job we can for seller and really showcasing their property.
Yes.
And strategic pricing is important too.
Yeah, definitely.
But the markets, I mean, there are people out there, and there are people. The other thing is, I think you're noticing this too from doing open houses. There are people who are buyers who are just starting to look now,
Yes.
right?
Yes, seeing a lot of that actually.
Because
People who are hearing whispers of it's a better time for buyers and they starting to get out there on the weekends. Yeah.
and if they can afford it, if the financial picture works for them, they also know that rates are going to go up again, and so there's a little bit of a time crunch here.
Yes, absolutely.
So I guess what we're saying is there's still an active market.
Mm-hmm.
Just important to know what that is, what the market of the moment is,
Yes,
and to work with a professional who can help you do that.
of
Right.
course. It's very important.
So what is your, you still have a few buyers you're working with?
I do, yeah.
So what are they looking for now?
We are looking for a multifamily, possibly in Manchester, but they're willing to look from Manchester pretty much in a triangle down to Salem.
Interesting.
Yeah. Around 550 for the multi.
So what are they seeing much on the market?
We're seeing a lot, and I've noticed that those listings are very active. Open houses have been packed for sure. They haven't found the right fit for them just yet, but I have no doubt that they will. There are a lot of options coming on the market.
And has condition in those properties not been satisfactory?
Some of them are definitely not up to the standard of what they want.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great for somebody who's looking to do some work,
Renovate,
but yeah,
add
they're
some
not
value.
they're just not necessarily willing to take that on at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you had mentioned earlier that you wanted to get back to why things are coming back on the market.
Okay, thank you for reminding me. So now that there are more and more inspections, and in properties that have a lot of people looking, and every agent has a different way of, sometimes they open it for a few hours and everyone has to come, or they do, we've discussed this before, they do 15-minute blocks for, you can see a house for 15 minutes.
Yes.
Crazy, right? So, and that's, as you know, not how we do things.
No.
We have open houses that aren't very long, during which anyone can come with or without an agent, and then private appointments where people want to see the house. It's always at least a half an hour block, so that people have sufficient time. Because when they have an inspection in many homes, that's the first time they really get to look at it for more than 15 minutes or without 100 other people walking around.
Yep.
So anyway, I guess the moral of the story here is that things are, they seem to be going back to a little bit more of a manageable market.
Yes.
And we're still watching it, and we're still understanding, we're always understanding the market at the moment and always improving what we do for our clients.
It really does change day by day.
Minute by minute.
Yeah.
Like if I open this right now, there's probably another listing on in Bedford.
Yeah, I would say
And
so.
then the 25% will be,
It changed since this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have looked more recently, so that might be off. Anyway. Okay, well, I think that's it. So thanks for the, free associating with me here.
No problem. Thank you for
And,
answering all of those
I
questions.
hope it was helpful.
I
So,
found it helpful.
and thank you. So please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on your favorite podcast platform.